Acadiana. It is 6:31 on a Tuesday morning. Thanks for joining us here on GMA. I'm Katie Lopez, and that over there, well, that's Scott Brasda.
That over there? Is that what you said?
Hey, you have been giving me grief all morning long for National, Women's Month and Women's History Month and all these great things that women do. So,
wait. But just because I'm mean to you doesn't mean you should be mean to me. Remember those golden rules. Treat other people the way you'd like to be treated.
But you're not treating me nice.
But you should treat me nice. Again, don't fall into my trap.
I love you, Scott Brasda, and I'm very happy to have you here, and I'm glad we at least get to keep you until Wednesday.
I'm relatively fond of you too, Katie Lopez.
Thanks, Scott Brasda.
But what about Daniel?
Yeah, we're kind of fond of him too. Sometimes when he gives us really good weather, we like him. Whenever he gives us clouds and rain, we're kind of like, eh.
That's right. We check out of the Daniel Hotel.
I can hear you.
And meanwhile,
guys.
he is outside. Daniel, how is the outside hotel?
I can hear you guys. I can hear you guys talking about me.
Here's
little earpiece.
He's going to say something about 80-degree temperatures in a couple days. Keep moving your lips. I'll just fill it in.
Yeah, dub it over. Dub it over
really
like
good.
one of the like a
yeah,
foreign
it could
film.
be about 70 around noon today, 70 at 5 o'clock, and 63 tonight.
That's it.
Things are looking pretty good outside. And I'm going to come back in and see if we can't fix the microphone.
There you go. Perfect. We got nice clear skies out there today. We're going to be looking pretty good here as we move forward through the rest of the day. Your 24-hour forecast temperature is going to work their way into the mid-70s. Lows tonight going to be dropping down into the lower 60s. So we got clouds on the way for tomorrow. We'll talk about that coming up in just a bit.
People are asking about the coronavirus. So right now we're dealing with a presumptive case of coronavirus here in Louisiana.
Just minutes ago, while I was on a conference call with Vice President Mike Pence about the coronavirus, I learned that we have a presumptive positive case here in Louisiana.
So we have a presumptive case out of Jefferson Parish. That test is going to CDC for confirmation, but our office acts as though it is a positive.
Well, this morning we're taking a look back. A year ago today, the state of Louisiana seeing its first presumptive positive case of coronavirus out of Jefferson Parish.
I remember all those clips too, Katie. Little did we know that just 8 days later, Lafayette Parish would face the same fate, changing life as we knew it.
People in this community need to know that if they don't take these measures seriously and control and personal responsibility and control where they go and the people that they associate with, meaning numbers of people, that they are putting this community at risk for essentially overloading our healthcare system and leading to poor outcomes, again, in individuals who are most vulnerable.
From there, it was statewide mask mandates, national social distancing guidelines, and what many across the country coined as a new normal as cases of COVID-19 rose exponentially across the state in less than a month.
But Scott, like we've been talking about all morning, what did that look like? And when was the moment that we began to realize that life as we knew it was about to change? Well, we took to the streets of Acadiana to find out.
I remember arguing with some friends if it would be a big deal and kind of thinking like, I don't know, this seems more serious than they think.
I got a call from my husband, who's not usually one to panic, and said, you need to get home. They're about to close the borders.
Grocery stores were like packed with people trying to get tissue paper, and there was nothing out. And me and my friends texting, oh, we had tissue paper at this store and we had tissue paper at that store. It was kind of like bare. That's what I remember.
And I just remember a big panic, everybody going to buy toilet paper like crazy, and me like, oh my God, how long are we gonna be out of toilet paper? Is food next? Are we gonna be out of everything?
There was cancellations of all kinds of stuff. The supermarket started going crazy.
I remember stuff, unusual stuff selling out, such as like Germ-X and tissue and stuff like that. And like I said, people just didn't know how to react to something such as a pandemic.
I thought that once they would do the lockdown, a week or two after that it would lift, but it's been a year.
I thought it would happen, linger for a few months and then it would be over. But it got worse and worse with those waves. I didn't see those waves coming.
I really had this feeling at the start that it was going to be a month or two of an issue, and it's really been a whole year, and it's still going on.
It was just a complete and utter denial and just me hoping that it would go away fast.
Well, it got serious, of course, a few months after. A lot of people got hospitalized as well, which was quite a shock, I think.
It's a matter of trying to, you know, not be scared and just know that as long as we do what we have to do, then hopefully it'll go away.
And you kind of give up and just hope that people just do what they need to do so we can move on from this.
Yeah. Katie, I think I know, you know, when it hit me, really hit me, is I'm teaching my class at UL. And, you know, LSU had just announced it was probably closing at the end of the week. And we all knew that, you know, UL being a part of the system, it was going to be closing as well. And we didn't know. And I remember one of my students saying, you know, Mr. Brasser, we might not see you for the rest of the semester. And I said, you know, we'll find a way to finish this. You know, we'll go to plan B or C or D. And we did. I had them sending speeches and stories, you know, via email and phone and stuff like that. But I think that's when it really, really hit me.
I remember too, like my husband was offshore. He had left just after Mardi Gras. And, you know, a lot of men that were out, they were coming back in, and it was like something completely different. And like I tried preparing him for that. Like, okay, you know, you can't just freely do this and freely do that. And this is kind of what's changed. And I don't think he like truly believed me until he was driving back home and I had to stop at a gas station. And he was like, oh, this is strange, you know. So I think it hits everyone differently. You know, we were kind of going through the phases and some people just kind of got thrust back into it. So like that was definitely hard. But we want to know from you guys, and you know, when you knew that things weren't going to be the same, you can go to our KTC Facebook page and let us know.